National Guard and Reserve make up 40% of not only those who served there, but of those who have died, those who have been wounded, and those who have given their all for the country. So, you know, this is the first time in history that's occurred. First war in American history where it has occurred that way. And a lot of them, like a lot of you here in Virginia Beach, have been deployed not one time, not two times, not three times. We're going to hear from somebody who's been deployed twice so far into the theater, Afghanistan and Iraq. They keep going and going and going. And folks, the problem I have with this is it's not America's not at war. The military's at war. The military's at war. And folks, the only people we're asking anything of, the only people who are making a real sacrifice are not only those deployed, but the families of those who are left behind. And I have a very simple proposition, and I have 35 years to prove this in public life. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one sacred obligation a nation has. We have many obligations, only one sacred obligation. That is to care for those who we send and care for those who come home, who defend this country. You know, folks, a lot of Democrats who come from parts of the country that aren't as so steeped in military tradition as you are here in Virginia Beach, they stand up and they clap like you do. And they really feel it right now. But here's the point I want to make to you, so don't fly under any false colors with you. This war, these wars, the war of choice and the war of necessity that we're fighting, Afghanistan and Iraq, these wars are costing hundreds of billions of dollars. It's estimated by a Nobel laureate named Stiglitz it's going to cost us $2 trillion. But here's the deal. We have more people, as the veterans here know and you're going to hear from, coming home with post-traumatic stress syndrome. More people with serious brain injuries. More people needing prostheses, whether it's their eyes or their limbs. There's more people in this war as a percentage who have suffered divorce and suicide because of the repeated deployments we have made them, they've had to endure because we don't have a sufficiently robust military, which we're going to build in terms of raw numbers of regular Marines, regular Army. But ladies and gentlemen, as the Nobel laureate pointed out in economics, that the cost of meeting our obligations to over those 14,000 seriously wounded veterans coming home, who will require extensive care the rest of their lives. Their average age expectancy is in excess of 35 years. If we meet our obligation to them, and I swear to you that I will do everything to see that we do, if we meet our obligation to them, the lifetime commitment is a minimum of $600 billion. Just to care for those already seriously wounded. And the reason I tell you this is right now all of America is united in supporting Barack and me and others who say we must care for them. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, you veterans of other wars know that when the flag stopped waving, when the band stopped playing, when the war is past, and this one, God willing, will, all of a sudden memories fade. But I'm here to tell you so you don't get mad at me and you don't misunderstand me. When Barack and I win, God willing, and if we win a second term, 7 years from now, there's going to be a big bill that we're going to continue to have to pay. And I want to make it clear to you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If we as a government only have $10 to spend, and they tell me it's going to cost $4 to take care of those veterans, I will argue to spend that $4 on the veterans before I spend it on energy, before I spend it on the environment, before I spend it on education, before I spend it on any other radical need, because it's the only, and I remind you, the only sacred obligation we have as a nation. Look, and I mean it. I mean it.